Ever feel like technology is changing faster than we can keep up with it? Well, get this. Today's deep dive centers around a prediction that makes even the dawn of the internet age look like, well, a slow Tuesday.
Mm.
We're talking about the singularity.
Yeah,
This idea that artificial intelligence could become so advanced it actually surpasses human intelligence and potentially changes, well, everything.
it's a big one.
Huge. And we're diving into all of it, the good, the bad, and well, the mind-blowing, starting with this article that, frankly, it kind of knocked me back in my chair a little.
And it's a good place to start. There's a lot of noise out there about AI, right?
Oh, tons.
But this article, I think, does a good job of cutting through all that and bring the focus back to, us, to the human element.
Exactly. It dives headfirst into this concept of singularity happening as early as 2045.
Which, let's be real,
Not that far away.
it's not tomorrow, but it's close enough that you could practically, I don't know, set a calendar reminder.
Right. Like, what are you going to be doing for the big 2045? Because if this article is to be believed, that's when things get really, really interesting.
To say the least.
We're talking artificial intelligence reaching a level where it's not just following our instructions, like Siri setting an alarm or whatever, but actually outthinking us, conceiving of solutions we never even...
It's important to remember we're not just talking about AI becoming super intelligent in isolation.
Right.
It's about the potential for human and artificial intelligence to actually become, I don't know, intertwined, almost like a new stage of evolution.
Okay, yeah, see, now that's where it gets really interesting. And maybe a little sci-fi, if we're being honest. This article throws around terms like nanobots, these microscopic robots that could, theoretically, swim around in our bloodstreams.
Like something out of a movie, right?
Totally. And eventually these nanobots, they would reach our brains
The idea being,
to boost our cognitive abilities, our intelligence,
Yeah.
like overclocking a computer, but for our minds.
yeah, they use that analogy in the article, like upgrading computers' processing power, but it's your brain we're talking about.
It's wild when you think about it. Imagine effortlessly downloading an entire encyclopedia's worth of information or composing a symphony just by thinking about it. Like the ultimate life hack, right? But then again...
There's always a but, isn't there?
Right. We've all seen enough sci-fi movies to know that meddling with the human brain could have, let's just say, unintended consequences. It's like that classic question, just because we can do something, does that mean we should? And the where, in this case, not some like future generation, right? This article brings up futurist Ray Kurzweil and his predictions about how close we are to this whole singularity thing becoming a reality.
Yeah. Kurzweil, he's a name that tends to get people talking. He's been making tech predictions for decades now.
And he had a pretty good track record, right?
That he does. I mean, saw the internet explosion coming, the rise of smartphones, even computers beating chess grandmasters, he called it. So yeah, when Kurzweil starts talking about the future, it's worth paying attention.
And he's not exactly mincing words with the singularity business. The article highlights his prediction that we'll reach something called artificial general intelligence, AGI, by 2029.
5 years.
I know, right? So we're talking machines as intelligent as humans, not in some distant future, but in like 5 years.
And it's not just about replicating human intelligence either. Kurzweil believes AI will rapidly surpass our capabilities once it hits that AGI benchmark. He lays it all out in his book, The Singularity is Near, kind of a how-to guide for the mind-blowing future he sees coming.
So, okay, let's say we get to 2045, the big S, Singularity Day. What does that world even look like? Are we all just kicking back, sipping lemonade while super intelligent robots are doing brain surgery, writing screenplays, the whole 9 yards?
Kurzweil definitely sees AI reshaping the job market as we know it. But I think rather than mass unemployment, he predicts a shift.
Good.
New industries, job roles that we can't even really conceive of right now.
Trying to explain TikTok influencer to someone back in the, rotary phone era.
Exactly. But it's not just about new jobs. Kurzweil talks about a world where the very fabric of society is transformed. Think about a concept like universal basic income, UBI.
Right. For anyone who hasn't encountered that term before, it's basically...
Guaranteed income provided to every citizen,
Yeah.
regardless of whether they're working or not. The idea is, with AI handling so much of the heavy lifting, resources are distributed more evenly so everyone benefits.
And that's a key point, right? The potential benefits of the singularity, they go way beyond just like individual enhancements. It's AI helping us solve climate change, eradicate diseases, maybe even figure out, the meaning of life, the universe, all that good stuff.
Yeah, pretty captivating vision of the future, no doubt.
Okay, I'll admit it, I'm getting a little swept up in all the possibilities here, but let's be real for a second. It can't all be sunshine and robots composing symphonies, right? It does feel like we're wading into be careful what you wish for territory here, doesn't it?
Yeah, and to be fair, the article doesn't shy away from those potential downsides either. It brings up some pretty unsettling questions about what we might lose, in our pursuit of a super intelligent future.
The big one that comes to mind, what happens to good old-fashioned human autonomy in a world where we're so intertwined with AI? Like, I get AI composing, maybe even performing surgery, but when it starts messing with our thoughts, our emotions, our sense of self.
It's a question that cuts right to the heart of, well, a whole lot of philosophical debate.
Mm.
If our minds are essentially merging with technology, where's the line?
Mm.
Where does human end and machine begin?
And who gets to make that call?
Exactly.
It's a slippery slope, isn't it? One minute you're, I don't know, upgrading your brain with a few helpful nanobots. The next you're basically living in a Philip K. Dick novel, questioning the very nature of reality.
And that's exactly why this conversation, it's not just for tech gurus or, futurists. It's for everyone. Because whether we realize it or not, these decisions being made about AI today, they're going to have ripple effects for generations.
So it's not enough to sit back and wait to see if, Kurzweil's crystal ball was accurate. This article, it's a call to action, isn't it?
Absolutely.
We need to be thinking about the ethics, the societal impacts, even the philosophical dilemmas before we reach a point where, I don't know, maybe there's no turning back.
It's about fostering a sense of, well, collective responsibility. We can't just leave the future of AI in the hands of, I don't know, Silicon Valley or governments. We need everyone at the table. Artists, philosophers, ethicists, everyday people, all of us, to help shape how this technology unfolds.
It's like we said at the top of the show, this isn't science fiction anymore, is it? This is a conversation we need to be having right now. And on that note, I want to leave you with one final thought, a little terrifying maybe, but definitely fascinating to ponder. What if the singularity isn't just about AI surpassing human intelligence, but about us merging with it, blurring the lines between biological and artificial consciousness? Would you upload your consciousness, take that leap of faith into the digital unknown? It's a question that might keep you up at night, but hopefully it sparks some more exploration, some conversation, maybe even a little healthy debate. Thanks for diving deep with us today.